Well, the Browns preparing to face the Bengals for the second time this season. Of course, they blew out the Bengals on Halloween at First Energy Stadium. Now they go down to Cincinnati and Paycor Stadium, formerly known as Paul Brown Stadium, to face the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Let's start here, Mary Kay. The thing everyone's kind of watching is Deshaun-Watson and how he knocks off the rust. And Kevin Stefanski made it clear again today, even if Deshaun-Watson struggles, he's the guy.
Yeah, they are sticking with Deshaun-Watson. We watched him practice a lot today, actually, and he threw a lot of passes. He actually looked pretty sharp, pretty good. But, you know, obviously it's completely different when the fur is flying and the lights are on and you're out there under all of that pressure. But he is 100% sticking with his man. And I asked him the other day if he would at least have a package of plays for Jacoby Brissett. He said, we'll see. So you never know.
Yeah, Ashley, it looked like Deshaun had some energy today. He was kind of running between reps, and it seemed like there were a few times when he would make a throw, kind of clap his hands and want to do it again. So we're at least seeing that work getting put in when we're out there, at least.
Yeah, I'm still curious, though. I feel like with some of the issues that Deshaun Watson had on Sunday, that he's just going to need to get more game reps. And, of course, you can't really replicate that out on the practice field here in Berea. Guys aren't actually hitting him. You know, there's only so much they can do. So I really kind of am still in the mindset that I think it's just going to take him getting more actual game reps under his belt.
Now, the other guy, Joe Burrow, the Browns have had his number, Mary Kay, and we heard from Denzel Ward today. We heard from John Johnson today. For whatever reason, Joe Burrow struggles against the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, it really is kind of amazing considering that he's had a couple of really, really good years. He's playing really well again this season, but he cannot seem to solve the Cleveland Browns. They right now are 4-0 against Joe Burrow. So hard to believe. He just knocked off the Chiefs. He's got their number, but the Browns have his number. It's because they run a very classic drop back game. The Browns, they can get the pressure, and then they've got the horses in the back end to match up with those receivers. So it's just a matchup game, and the Browns do have their number. If the Bengals want to win this one, they're going to have to change it up.
Yeah, Ashley, like our buddy Lance Reisen likes to say, styles make fights, and the Browns and Bengals style just seems to favor the Browns right now.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of in large part when we've talked about this, how this Browns team is built, right? Like, it's built to stop offenses like this. It's why, like Mary Kay said, they invested so heavily in the secondary, but I'm definitely curious to kind of see if, hey, the Bengals remember that the Browns haven't really done super well defending against the run this year, especially if Joe Mixon plays. Will they give him more looks than he got in that Halloween night game?
And lastly, going back to Deshaun Watson, he will have one of his key weapons back this week, Mary Kay, and that is David Njoku. Missed last week with a knee injury that he suffered on the play before the big catch. He got twisted down on a screen, but then he makes the big catch. But he will be back on the field. He was back on the practice field today, and he's ready to get some red zone targets.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's going to make a huge difference for Deshaun Watson to have David Njoku out there. He is the second best weapon offensively on this team besides Amari Cooper. He's tremendous in the red zone. He's tremendous in the end zone. Deshaun Watson likes to throw to his tight ends. And, of course, David will help out a lot in the blocking game as well.
And Ashley, I mean, just David in general, he's on pace to set career highs in receptions and yardage. So a chance to continue and maybe build on this strong season.
Yeah, and it's impressive that he's on pace to do all those things still, but he's missed 3 of the last 5 games with a couple of different lower body injuries. So I think it's definitely going to be interesting to get our first look at what he's going to look like in this offense with Deshaun Watson throwing him the ball, because it's the best quarterback that he has ever had, I think, throwing to him, and I think he's going to be able to capitalize on that.
All right, Browns getting ready for the Bengals. We'll cover it all leading up to the game at cleveland.com/Browns.